entertainment will be transformed.
Bah weep grog now weep nitty bong, my fellow addicts. This is TFA 1024, the Transformers Addict, coming at you with yet another TFA review. And in this video review, thank you to Entertainment Earth for this, by the way. This is the Transformers Studio Series number 15, Transformers Bumblebee, Rebekah's Garage. Now, as usual, before we take a quick look at the figure and all its accessories included, we will go ahead and take a quick look at the packaging in the new fashion that I've been doing. So here's the front. Here's the side, showing off a pretty cool CG render of Bumblebee from SSO1's box. Here's the other side, once again showing off the same CG render of Bumblebee from SSO1's box, as well as a covered Autobot insignia due to a failed flap placement. And here's the back of the box with your obligatory product shots, product demonstration, customization, styles, and more. And here we have Studio Series number 15, Transformers Bumblebee, Rebekah's Garage set out of its box, and this is actually a pretty cool little set. The whole thing that I really enjoyed with this set the most is the fact that it's a Transformers toy with body kit pieces, allowing you to customize Bumblebee in a way where you can never really do that with a Transformers toy before. Included in the box is you get a couple of hood pieces, so you get one with a very nice exposed engine. You also get a nice flat top engine cover, very nice. You get some optional spoilers, which is very nice, so you can have them, you know, be flashy. Have them go smooth with a very large, very long spoiler, or you can have them just be kind of show off and have them like with a hot rod spoiler. Comes with a brand new grille as well as some side skirts, which is very cool. And of course, he also comes with little Charlie from Transformers Bumblebee in a very different hairstyle, and she's also sporting movie logo right there, if I can get a good close-up, on her chest, on her shirt. That's pretty cool. Nice little touch. Not really much to say about this, you know, little toy. It's just she's a non-posable human character, but hey, she'll probably look nice with the Human Alliance guys, so, but we're going to move her off to the side because she's not really needed in this video review. I'm sorry. We're also going to take a look at the Transformers Studio Series SSO1 Bumblebee, because essentially these are the same molds. The only difference is this one doesn't have as much paint. This one does, and there's that. And I can guarantee you when we get the Clunker Bee, which is going to be Studio Series number 27, I think, that the review for that is going to be very short as well. For this one, I'm going to go in depth and treat this as this is SSO1 because it's the same mold, and personally, I've had issues with this. It's a good toy, it has its problems, but I don't want to review it multiple times, so take it as you will. So yeah, right off the bat, immediately you can tell that this is more based off of the 1976 Camaro from Transformers 2007. This is the same really, but the only difference is it comes with stickers that allow you to customize it in any way you want. Unfortunately, I have not used any of mine because I have no idea which way I want to go with this, and once they're on there, I'm pretty sure you can't really take them off without ruining them. So I'm not sure what to do with these, so I'll figure out something. I do want to customize him, but I kind of like the fact that he can just be a plain car. Now, the installation process for all these pieces that you see before you are compatible with both molds, and as well as probably the Clunker Bee, because if you've noticed on all of SSO1, you notice that there are some small divots here and there. So you have some 2 ports right back here, you have 2 ports back here, you have the weapon storage right here, but also, if you look on the very back, there are very small holes, thanks to the lighting, by the way, very small holes on the back of the spoiler near the trunk where you can actually put all these pieces on. And you can interchange them between the Bumblebees if you really want to. So for a quick example, I'll go ahead and take this hood piece and I'll stick it right on SS15. Connection is very simple. It's just a simple peg-to-port connection. And once it's in there, it will stay in there. It's very tight, but for some reason, some of the pieces are warped. But once you hear it, you'll hear a nice satisfying click. And now you have Bumblebee souped up with a nice exposed engine. Again, same thing applies. You can just take them and you can just mess around and customize your Bumblebee however you want. So I'm going to go ahead and take this spoiler. Again, you see those 4 ports right underneath the trunk. You just got to line it up, give it a little bit of a push, and now Bumblebee has a pretty cool looking spoiler. Now, for my copy specifically, this spoiler does not like to stay on either one of these Bumblebees. I have attempted this one multiple times, but I think just because of the way the plastic is molded, only this last section right here, where you see it's a little loose, will not stay in all the way, and it will pop out significantly easy. So, that's unfortunate. But you can go ahead and just interchange your Bumblebee however you want, and I think that's a really cool thing that the Transformers franchise, or the Transformers brand, has tried. I think this is really interesting, and I would love to see more of this. So you can just soup up your Bumblebee however you want. And if you even want to, you can even put some stickers on some of the pieces, so that way you don't actually have to mark your figure, but you can mark the pieces, and it'll stay there forever. Yeah, it'll be cool. And again, this spoiler also, they do come off significantly easy. They're very small pegs to ports, but they will not stay on all too well. I don't know why. They work better with this one, but they do not work better on this Bumblebee. So, and you can go and take the side skirts, and I'll put them on this one just for demonstration. But it's a lot of fun just to take off the pieces, switch them around each Bumblebee, and you can just have him looking like he's ready to tear up the roads. So, there you go. Now, a fun fact. This Bumblebee holds together a lot more than SSO1. A lot of people have had issues with SSO1 Bumblebee, and I can understand why. My example is my roof on mine keeps popping off even after putting a nice bit of floor polish on it. Which I did actually buy floor polish for the first time, and I used it on that one, because that roof section was bugging me to no end. There you have that. But all the pieces are interchangeable. They do look really cool. I like the exposed engine the most, because I'm more of a sucker for the exposed engine. Just makes it look really menacing and very, very lethal to mess with. And the pieces come off significantly easy. It's just some of them are warped, so please be careful. Make sure you don't break anything. And once you do, you're back to your old standard Bumblebee. So, for a quick size comparison, here he is with the Transformers Bumblebee Energon Igniter Power Series Dropkick. And you can see it's a little bit bigger, considering this is a deluxe class next to a simplified Transformers toy. But it's not anything bad. I think it works for what it is. There is that. Now, this is the part where I would normally go into transformation, but because of the fact that they're the same exact toy, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly cut, and I'm just going to get back to robot mode. And I'll go more into detail with this one than this one. Consider this a comparison review. So with the power of dissolving effect, let's go ahead and get the Bumblebees from looking like this to revealing the Autobot Scouts within. Now this is where the comparison review kind of comes more into play, because everything about SS-15 is SSO1 Bumblebee. There's not really much else to discuss. The only difference that I like is that you can take some of the car pieces and actually put them on the robot mode now. You can't take everything on him, so, you know, because of the placement, you can take, like, this hood section, because you still see those 2 little divots right there on the hood. You can take this piece, and again, you have those two pegs, and you can take them, just slot them in on those 2 ports, and it will stick. You'll hear a very nice, satisfying snap. Alright, there you go. And now he's, like, covered up. He looks like he's the Camaro that you want him to be. The only minor complaint I have with this whole set is that there aren't really enough pieces to warrant a $30 price point. I would have loved it if he had more, like, optional, like, front bumper sections. Because to my knowledge, I think that's the only one you get, unless I lost a piece, then I'll be pretty upset. But nonetheless, it's still pretty cool that you can still take these pieces and integrate them into the vehicle mode to make him look a little different. Minor complaints I have about this one. During transformation off camera, I could not, I had issues where a couple pieces popped off. This rear, thigh fender piece right here popped off. The section of his hood that's not the clear plastic, but the other one that forms the roof of his car popped off. And then trying to get his cannon on was an utter pain. I don't know why, but specifically for this Bumblebee, it was that difficult to put on. The paint is pretty much the same, other than minor differences here at the feet, and then also some minor differences in the car, which I failed to point out. So you have like a black grille right here with a silver front bumper, and then on this one you just have a silver grille with a silver bumper. So this is more accurate. And if you want to go the extreme customization route, then you can totally like mix and match pieces because it is all the same connection and such. The only thing I would recommend, don't switch the arms. There's no real need to switch these arms. If you want to like switch the legs out or something, by all means feel free to do so. But, you know, that's just entirely up to you. That's if you want to go the full customizing route. Unfortunately, you cannot integrate the spoilers or the side skirts into the robot mode. Kind of sad, but again, it's very cool that you can integrate like the hood pieces and the front bumper section into it. Like, that looks really cool, and I like the fact that now Bumblebee has like this giant engine protruding out of his back. That's really cool, to me personally. Now, articulation is something that I would go into, but because it's the same exact figure, I'm not really going to go into it too far. I will just say it's your standard ball joint, mushroom pegs, swivels, all that kind of stuff. It's the same figure. If you want to see more of that information on this figure, just go watch an SS01 Bumblebee review, because I may do one as a quickie in the future. I may not do one now, but I will do one as a quickie. Now, the only other thing I can really say is the fact that, again, this is like a $30 price point. It wouldn't really warrant anything, except now you have like an exclusive backdrop, and then you have more pieces, you have stickers, and then you also have a little figure of Charlie Watson from Bumblebee. And let's just go ahead and stick her right there, so. And she looks pretty cool with them together. It looks nice. I like that. I like that a lot. So, and, hey, this is technically a size comparison. Hey, segue! Here he is with the Transformers Studio Series number 18, Bumblebee. And now Charlie is actually with VW Bumblebee, so yay! It looks nice together. And here he is with the Studio Series, Energon Igniter Power Series, Decepticon Dropkick. That looks really good together. And, just between you and me, I do have KSI Century and Studio Series Dropkick on the way. Stay tuned. So there you go. There is that. And here's the aforementioned backdrop, which is exclusive only to this set, with a very nice, like, California background highway kind of thing going on here. It looks really nice, and it looks really good with Bumblebee and Charlie together. So my overall thoughts on the SS15 Transformers Bumblebee Rebekah's Garage set is honestly, it's a really clever set, and I really do enjoy it for what it is. But again, I can't help but say it does not warrant a $30 price point. I personally cannot see anyone really spending that kind of money, other than me, for just another Bumblebee with body kit pieces. If you're that much of a car enthusiast, more power to you. By all means, feel free to pick this set up. But for me personally, I kind of feel like $30 is a little bit much because it's a $20 deluxe with just a few extra pieces and then a little Charlie figure from Transformers Bumblebee. But the SS01 mold as a whole isn't a bad mold, mainly because it's a very heavy, extensive re-engineering of the Transformers TOK Bumblebee. But the fact that the same engineering applies to the SS01 mold isn't bad. It works, it has its issues, but it's not the worst mold ever. What I will say about it is I absolutely enjoy the fact that you can take off pieces from the car mode and put them on this Bumblebee or vice versa. You can customize your Bumblebees to however way you like. And again, because you have stickers, you can even customize this blank canvas here with stickers of your choosing. You can't use a whole sheet, unfortunately. I mean, you could, but it would look really weird. As a fun, as a toy, I'd say it's kind of fun. It's a little frustrating to get into both modes. Specifically SS01 here because, again, my roof section keeps popping off. But this one holds together a lot better as opposed to this one. So if you want an SS01 mold Bumblebee, go for either or, really. That's entirely up to you. It's more of a pick your poison type deal. If you want to deal with the frustrations and the irritations of SS01, get SS01. If you're looking for something a little more than meets the eye with like extra body pieces and such, by all means, pick up SS15. If you're that much of a Bumblebee fan in general, go for both. That's just my personal recommendation. Because while he's not necessarily a necessity to your collection, the Transformers Studio Series Bumblebee mold is a great addition to your Movie 1 Autobots, as well as the Studio Series line itself. So by all means, feel free to pick either one or both up, because I recommend,
so you can decide.
But that's pretty much all there is to say, my fellow addicts. So this has been my video review for the Transformers Studio Series number 15, Rebekah's Garage Bumblebee Body Kit Set, and I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. Oh, as well as SS01 Bumblebee. And please remember, my fellow addicts, until next time, to get addicted, stay addicted, and TF addicts for life! This is TFA 1024 of the Transformers Addict, rolling out till all are one. I can tell you right now, I'm both excited and terrified to review this thing. See you next time.